This DJ's so funky, man.
On 3, 2, 1, activate.
This is the RDDC podcast. Welcome to the Real Double Dose channel. This is your host Lex coming to you straight from the heart, where the talk is real and the vibe is always live. I'm glad to be on here and happy as always, because here serving a slice of everyday life is what RDDC is all about, has been about, and will be all about, in my little lingo to say. I am happy just to be reconnecting with everyone. And as always, you can have any questions or short requests for feedback at RDDC. And that's going to be Real Double Dose channel at yandex.com. That's Real Double Dose channel at yandex.com. Also, you can look at our food for thoughts, our motivational videos, food tips, meditation guides, anything, visualization book links that are on there. Our Skeeter store with some of our apparel that should be on the right or left hand side of it. On the blog, it's just so much stuff on there. It's crazy. One day we had over 1,200 people just come check out things. So it was really nice to see the support, and thank you for all your support. And that's at realdoubledosechannel.blogspot.com. That's realdoubledosechannel.blogspot.com. As always, we have travel giveaways, and we have been giving away PayPal gift cards, and actually, I think there was actually a mall gift card, if I'm not mistaken, and so many other things. There's just a lot of stuff going on. The travel, the big vacation. We're hoping someone gets that. We're thinking about trying to send someone to Hawaii or Maui or even Jamaica, just as well as we talked before, or somewhere of your choice with everything accommodated for you. You can also have many other things. If you just check out certain things or enter for the contest, it's free. Nothing else but just trying to grow who you are. And we will just be continuing more. So we'll be having our official site come out, so you can reach us there, and you can also check us out on our soon to be rolling out YouTube channel with a couple guest hosts that will be on there bringing on a lot of flavor, and you're always welcome to be presented there as well. So don't ever think you're out, because you're family. Now, I'm glad to be back. It's been a little while. It hasn't been quite the 12, 14, 13 day mark, but I'm here. And I'm just happy to just be back, because my voice has not been the best, but at the same time, I can't stay away from you for way too long. So in that regards, Anthony and them are all smiling to me. Hooray! Yes, dear, hooray, hooray. Okay. I'm happy to be back too. So it was nice to just have that. My voice has not been clearing out too well, but life will take it out. And I've actually done more doing than saying, and taking that time out. The schedule of the test, of the experiments I've done with myself, trying to live the life of a teenage person in a certain criteria of work, where I need to slow down. And my body's been letting me know by getting lightheaded. And that's not a good sign, but it lets me know, hey, you're taking it to a whole nother level when there's 20,000 things waiting for you. I'm pretty sure a lot of you can understand that right now as we speak. So please bear with me. My voice is not going to come out perfectly clear, but hopefully my words will, because you are my words in my heart as well. I wanted to have this about a week ago about side effects. So this segment is based on the side effects. We can always do part 1 and part 2, but I want to talk about the side effects of those in our lives. When we have so many things going on for us, or just things happening in our lives, it seems almost crucial that we seem to keep them there or remove them away. But what I realize is, well, a lot of us realize, and from the feedback and people I have, there's always some kind of side effects. Whether you used to be a drug addict, whether one would be a food addict, a sex addict, video game addict, a golf addict, getting your nails done, a fashion shopping addict. There's every addiction out there. You could be a self addict. It's all about the addiction now, the infinite source and love. You can even be addicted, and I'm not going to say too much, but you can be addicted beyond control to certain things. No matter what you do, you can overly do it unhealthy. So where I'm getting at is the side effects of those things that we partake in our life. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean the things of humanity, but I mean, and forgive me, I'm just going to say this. The microphone is in my hand, bobbing and weaving as I move along and talking to you in the studio here. But I like it free-handed. Just want to put that out there real quick. And for my in and out sounds, possibly. But the side effects of those. And I'm reflecting back because I look at some of the damages I went through. My first love happened when I just was 29 years old. And that's what a lot of people don't realize is certain first loves can happen at the age of 12, people say 18, some people even said 60. So it all depends. Just think about the side effects of that. I think about the first time I ever tried a carrot when my mom was cutting it over a bowl when I was about 6 or 7, and it was the weirdest, grossest thing I ever had in my life. And then all of a sudden I loved them. I started eating them like a rabbit. But I started looking at the side effects of everything that we have going through. Now, mind you, this can apply to anything in your life. But look at the results of what you got from what you're doing or what has been done or where you're going and the side effects that will happen. Point in case. Let's do some examples here. You dealt with a bad breakup, whether you're a female or male or whatever. And you're dealing with having trust issues moving forward in that relationship with someone else or that same person from things you're trying to work out. There's still side effects. You went to the wrong barber and had a bad haircut. Or you went to the laundromat and put it in the wrong machine and there's bleach all over your brand new clothes. Now you're afraid to go use a certain washer, or now you're tweaking out every time you got to go wash your clothes. And now you won't even go get your hair cut because of certain things that happen, a side effect. You were abused or hurt. And that person that you like now has some of the characteristics of the person who did that to you. And you're still trying to move forward, but it's not good enough. Those are the side effects. You had a bad, or should I say, from my example too, I was in the middle of a 4-way light section, busy traffic thing, and my car gave out in the middle of traffic. Couldn't do anything. And the police cruiser had to push me across. It was the most embarrassing 20 minutes of my life. The side effects. So now every time I'm in that 4-way crossway or anything happens, I freak out. It's the side effects. So no matter what it is, even if you are lactose intolerant, or even if you had a bad reaction with a certain kind of thing you're allergic to, even if it's the point where you ripped a hole in your bathing suit when you're 5 years old, there's side effects to everything that happens to us in life. No matter where we were, there's going to be a side effect. Now, we can take it in the negative and positive, or just the positive or just the negative. That's just the way it is. We can take what we need from that and grow from it and understand where we are now to even comprehend what is being said and what is being done because of those side effects. It's a blessing. It was a curse, but it's a blessing now if we're willing to push through them and rise up higher than where we were before. A side effect of us actually doing what we say we're going to do and staying focused and having the results of that, which is the side effect of it in some kind of, no matter how you put it, it's the side effect of it. So for me, not having to, tweak myself out, knowing this is not my lifestyle, something I'm doing for the time being, and not putting all of what I have to do and what I have to do and what I need to do is the side effects. So I'm getting the side effects. Lex is getting what she's not doing. So what I see it is, I'm sitting here talking about, and this is the different friends I have. Okay, I need to do this. I need to do this. This place is really draining me. This is happening. This is going on. So what am I doing about it? Right? And I preach it sometimes before I practice it. And sometimes it helps to talk about things before you make those moves. And I always tell them, my friends, it's different when you keep talking about it, nothing ever changes. But if you're talking about it and something does change, then there you go. There's a difference in you're preaching what you practice instead of practice what you're preaching. At the same time, it can go both ways. But what I mean by it, no matter how you look at it, there's side effects to everything that's going on in life. We're always going to have that feeling. We're always going to be through those things, and there's always going to leave something with us. Even if you go to the greatest place in the world. I like to reference things towards restaurants for some reason, but it's like the universal language, music and food. Come on, like seriously. If you sit there and have a great, wonderful experience, you're going to be able to have a side effect from that. And ultimately, you might be waiting for a bad time to happen. Now, because you probably had a bad time before where you went somewhere else and you went back and it just wasn't the same. But we all have that. You know, I believe T.D. Jakes was saying something about that, about cursed words, about how your parents might say, or someone might say, your friend, whoever, you're just like your da-da-da-da. You're just like this, or you're never going to be this. You're always going to be this way. And even my sweetheart, Mr. Zeus, he was saying something about the birds of a feather thing. He doesn't believe in it and so forth. And I'm kind of like, you know, a lot of us have that. It's always people's belief systems on what they say. But we have to understand, just because they speak a curse out into existence doesn't mean it's our existence to live. Just because they think a certain thing at the moment from their anger, jealousy, or hate doesn't mean it's our reality. That's just how they feel, projecting it off to affect our reality. So at the same time, don't let it be a side effect. Don't let what the past did to you carry on to make negative impacts in your life. But instead let it be a side effect of positivity. Let it be something that perpetuated you forward into where you had to be. The best way to get back at anybody or even to yourself is through absolute success. And I will say it again, like I always keep saying, success is not measured simply by material gains. So many people have it twisted where they think, oh, I got this, I got that, I'm a stunner, you know, and that's cool. If you got that, boom. Hey, all props to you. Do what you do. Spread the love in your own way, however you know how to do it. But if you have to measure what you got by what's in the bank on a digital form or what's in your closet, just remember when you go to sleep, and you will, the one thing you're for sure of, you're going to die if you live and live if you die. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. Remember, what are you going to go to sleep with? When I go to that final rest, I want to know, at least to a little part of me, knowing that I did as much as I could to affect someone's life. And it's not for me to take down as my homage, but it's the side effect of me, the side effect of Lex being alive on this earth. And it's making me go teary-eyed right now because I'm thinking about it. I want to leave out of here, whatever my last day is, and I want to be able to tell the infinite source, I did what I had to do. I could have did it better, but I did what I had to do. It might have not been enough, but I felt it inside of me. I felt it inside of me. The Heavenly One, the Creator of all things, that dwells within us and that is within us and that's all around us, whether it's a tree or a leaf blowing or a bird flying over our head, or just the fact that I'm talking right now with blood pumping through my veins and you're listening with a sound ear in your heart. It's the whole point of what are you going to leave with? That feeling of knowing that you got a chance to affect someone's life. I have a chance to have that. I almost feel so fulfilled. I know there's much more for all of us to do and the side effects of what we got in life. And if every person would have went through that life not giving me a side effect from the abuse, from the pain, from the anger, from all the things I dealt with, I wouldn't be able to tell my story the way I am now. I wouldn't be able to deliver what I have right now if it wasn't for those side effects that people do to us. It wasn't for those side effects that we give to ourselves. I could have been a victim, and I see those I love being a victim sometimes, and sometimes they don't know how to be anything else but deep inside they want to be more, but they're just too afraid of the side effects of the things that they allow to hold them down. Let your side effects build you up and hold you up on that mountain where you belong, because you deserve more than what you give yourself credit for. And you need to talk yourself into it when you look in that mirror. Don't look at yourself and say, oh, this ain't me. I don't deserve this. This is just a motivational speech. This is not a motivational speech. This is something that you're telling yourself subconsciously through my voice. This is something that you've been felt, that you're not trying to give yourself credit for. There's nothing I'm gaining from this except you gaining something for yourself. And if you can gain something from yourself from what I'm telling you that's been given to me to give to you through me, out my mouth and in my heart and my soul to you, take it full effect. And let it be the driving force of the side effects that are always in you. Hashtag side effects, whatever you want to say. Pass it along is all I can ask you. Don't just listen to this and just say, okay, that's cool. Give that seed to someone else, and maybe that's the start, or maybe the continuing journey of you affecting someone's life of your own successes. Maybe it's not to encourage people in that kind of mannerism by verbalization. Maybe passing this message along or a message along is the way you do it. Maybe buying someone a cup of water, a cup of tea in line is the way you do it, even if they had $1 million, and showing that, hey, someone gives a damn about you. That's what I'm saying. Be a side effect on someone else's life that's so positive that they cannot forget you. Give them something so deep that all they remember is the way you made them feel, so they can replicate that and give it to someone else, or bring it home, or do something with it. Be a side effect of change, and don't let side effects change you into a negative aspect. You're nothing but pure positive energy, and you're everything to the infinite source of creation. No matter if people want to say, I don't believe in this, I don't believe in that, no matter what you do, you can't explain why animals are the way they are, leaves grow the way they do, and seeds pod, the Big Bang Theory, whatever you want to say. Give homage to all things that is. But please don't let side effects control you. Utilize what they've done and what they've been, and let them be the driving force that keeps fueling your fire and affecting those all around you. Be the best that you can be, because that's your ticket of life that was given to you as this gift. Give it back fully, right? So live full and die empty, because I want to die as empty as possible, knowing that I gave and shared all my fullness with all those out there, which are my family. We're all family, no matter how diverse and disconnected we are. We all are. We come from one source, and that's what we are. So I'm sorry it took so long. This has been a very powerful segment. My eyes are full of water, and it's running in my face. And this is the most profound feeling of one of them that I've ever felt in my life. And I know one of you will feel what I'm feeling. If it's only one in the hundreds of listens, or 75 listens, or 1,000 listens, if there's one of you that can take this message and affect the change and the side effects within yourself and apply it to the golden rule of being a greater you and making someone greater in response of that, whether it be building a multi-million corporation or $100 a week corporation or whatever, and letting someone else spread that love, or bringing a loaf of bread home to their family that didn't have that before, or whatever it might be, washing someone's car, maybe giving them a hug, or just picking up a flower and handing it to someone that looks like they need a friend. Whatever it is, find your side effect. Look at and reflect on the side effects you've had, and mold it and shape it into what it is going to be, and utilize that. Never be and never play yourself down as anything less than the greatness that you are, because we're far from victims. We're victorious. So be the change, feel the passion, and embrace the power of the spirit. This is your host, Lex, coming to you always straight from the heart. And this was definitely straight from the soul as well. Giving you food for thought and more. If anything you want to say, like you have been, I can't wait for this YouTube channel to open up so you'll be a little bit more responsive. And my schedule can definitely fluctuate to be more towards the family. You can reach us at realdoubledosechannel.blogspot.com for any of those things going on up there. It's just more of a home base for us to say, hey, we're here, and we do check up on it, and we do put stuff up there. And you can always send your feedback like you always do. We have more winners coming up and we have more questions coming up, and as well as 2 more hosts, co-hosts coming up, or at least some special guests we've been lining up. So, as everything will be, let it be and let it be done. That's Real Double Dose channel at yandex.com. You can reach us. So, we love you. We appreciate you and everything that you are, and be the side effect of the greatest change there is. All right. We'll be back with you soon.